Hi guys, it's Kelly. If this is too bright, it probably is. I'm sorry, but it's just gonna keep going and I'm fine. I figured that today I would film how I contour because I've already started my face makeup, but I actually have a rounder face. My face isn't as angular, my jaw isn't very angular, it sucks. But since I have a rounder face, I figured I would explain how I contour because my face looks very different by the beginning and the end of when I start and finish my makeup. So I figured why not start now. Truth be told, this was supposed to be a full face, showing you guys how to do my makeup, but I ended up not liking the footage I had before, and really I think my face without makeup just looks nasty, but I decided to turn this into another type of video and I really want to post something, so here we go. I've already started my concealer. A tip that I use, and this is also a part of contouring, is, and yes, I do consider concealer contouring. The whole point of shadows and contour and actually having it dark isn't just to create a contrast between your face, although that's partly it. It's also just to create shadow to block out certain parts. And contouring makes a lot more sense if you watch Alexis Stone. And likewise, those bright concealers and stuff like that are used to brighten and to pull those areas out. As you can see, I used a darker foundation color and a brighter under eye concealer. I will use a brighter baking powder, a very, very bright one. This is the Huda Beauty Pound Cake. I don't powder the rest of my face with this, and you see how that kind of already just like chisels my face a little bit more because the contour is gonna go right here. Yeah, you'll see. It's gonna look cool as can be. And the next step, of course, is the actual contour. So I'm using, mine is very broken, excuse that. I'm using the Tarte Pro Glow, and I'm using the shade Sculpt, and it's almost all gone, but it's this one down here. This is my mirror that I'm using. I keep my face very, very straight on, and I literally just start chiseling. Like with my brush like this, I just start going in, and I start off with a very, very light layer, and then I'll just keep on adding. And usually I recommend an angled brush. This one is angled. You can tell that it's not all the way through. This part's higher than the other, but I will literally just go in and start to buff and start to contour. And I keep my face very straight so that when I turn, you can see that it's very much chiseled out. Moving on to the other side, doing it the exact same way. And then just going in on my forehead, the usual areas that everyone would contour. And this part is just to bring darkness because I don't have a very big forehead, but because of all that powder and concealer I used, it made my face a little bit too bright. So I just use that to take it back down a little bit in some areas. Very important step, and I showed this to my best friend actually, and it changed her makeup a lot in my opinion, is baking like under your contour, we'll say. So I just take a ton of powder on that side and then push it up right underneath in a straight line. Next step, which I also consider, is blush. And I'm gonna be using a combination of a few of them. I think that is the shade Cabana Boy. Looks like this, it's a little mini. And I just very, very gently swipe it onto my cheeks and then pull upward towards the contour. And that's why I consider blush contour. I don't just put it on the apples. I bring it all the way up and then back down, and then I'm smiling the whole time I'm doing it. It's super happy, super cute, whatever. This just, in my opinion, helps further the illusion that your face is more risen, because you have all of those coming from it. I just think it's super cool. I'm pulling out the big guns, my Huda Beauty palette. I use the shades Blazing Saffron and Turkish Delight. But I'll just swipe and then keep swiping very, very lightly and very, very softly so that I don't attach too much product. There. And I add some blush on my forehead and then on my chin too. Just pulls it all together. Next step of makeup, one of the most important, is the highlight, which again, I consider part of contouring. I consider anything that shapes my face to be a part of that whole process. For that, I'm also going to be using the Tarte Pro Glow, again, the shades Strobe and Stunner. which are these two. And I layer my highlighters a lot, but I don't want any of them to come off as being white or sitting on the skin at all, so I add them very sparingly. And I'm not done there. I'm going to take that blush brush again, go over that so it doesn't look white or like it's sitting on top of the skin. Next, I'm taking my Naked Illuminated in the shade Aura. Looks like this little box, and it is so pretty. I will layer it right on top of there so it really shines through. And then taking just the littlest bit, I put it on my nose. And then wiping and wiping, and this will also get rid of anything I don't want it to, because it will blend it all out. And that is basically the end of my contouring routine. All the bakes are wiped away, everything looks flawless. I'm gonna take you guys at a different light so that you guys can actually see how I look. Okay, and then ignore how messy my background is, but this is me. I hope you guys had a really fun time watching. I had a fun time doing some makeup. I want to get back into this, so definitely let me know. Definitely let me know if you guys have anything else you want to see anytime soon. I really want to do a look on cut creases and how I do them, because these shits come out fire, and I'm super happy. I hope you all have an amazing day. And bye.